energy in practice yesterday. Can both of you elaborate on where that energy is coming from within the team?
Well, on the defensive side, Coach Newberry kind of gave a few incentives to the scout team, a few conditioning incentives, and I'm not going to say whether or not they met those incentives, but they definitely gave their best look in order to get us ready this week. And we're not willing to let them get out of conditioning or get out of whatever it may be. So I think that brought out a little more competitiveness. But at the end of the day, it's all about giving our best. The whole week of practice is what is going to lead us into being successful on Saturday. I mean, if we have a bad week of practice, it's going to show on Saturday. So that's where a lot of the energy came from.
Yeah, I think it was about the same for the scout team defense. They was really flying around yesterday trying to get to the ball, trying to strip the ball, trying to make plays. And it just made the competition even more better. So, we was just out competing against each other the whole practice yesterday. And I think that's a big step for us going forward this week, open up the conference game.
Chaston, Coach talked about how good Liberty's defense is. Can you talk about what it's like for you as an offensive player, knowing you get an opportunity to go up against such a highly touted defense?
It's a great opportunity because at practice, you're going against a good defense, so you just practice and you just take the focus to a whole nother level. You challenge yourself to focus way more, to compete way more. Just knowing you're going against a pretty good defense, and I think it's just for the better. Focus wise.
Nick, 11 turnovers over the last 3 games. I had a conversation with Coach Newberry last night about how you guys go and you're trying to get, was it the 20% rule and things like that. When is forcing turnovers, is it contagious? I mean, you see where, Dante has 3 picks, or you see where somebody makes a play. Does that amp you guys up even further? Is that something that once you get one, it's like the dam breaks?
Without a doubt. Somebody gets a turnover, and then you want to be the guy that gets the next one. And Dante having 3 against Duquesne, and then coming back with another, I think, against Furman, and getting 2 last week, two interceptions plus the fumble. If we can get 3, we believe we're going to win the game. So every time we get a turnover, we're gonna put up how many we've got. We're gonna let you know, hey, we've got 3. It's in the bag. So that's something that we want. That's something that we take personally on the defense. Coach Newberry calls us out and wants us to get 3. We're gonna get 3.
They have a freshman quarterback, but he passed for 300 yards in his last game. Talk about how you defend that.
Yeah, I mean, great player. As we learned last year, age doesn't really mean anything. I mean, we had a ton of freshmen play for us last year. We're going to go out and do what we do best, and from the D-line specifically, we need to get more pressure. The more pressure we get, the more forced throws we can get, the more turnovers we can get, and give us a chance to win the game. Liberty does a great job on the offensive line. They're big guys, but I think that our speed and our scheme is going to give us a chance to win. And I'm just excited to be able to have another shot at these guys.
How much have you guys talked about the fact that you did lose to them last year?
I mean, it might have been brought up mostly by you guys, but we put that behind us. We're a different ball team this year than we were last year. Totally different as far as how we're playing defense, how we're playing offense. I think our offense has done a tremendous job this year. Defensively, we kind of fell short of what our expectations were last year. So this is a redemption game for us. We want to make a statement on Saturday.
Outside of just getting revenge on Liberty, but also this conference game, you guys being such a young team, how important is it, do you think, for you guys to kind of solidify your name and your place here, being able to move to 5-1 with a win over Liberty?
I mean, basically, just like Nick said, it's a conference game. We really don't talk about it a lot because we are a different team. This team is way different from last year. And I feel like every game you just see a different player make plays in critical moments this year. And I think that's just the maturity of this team. So I feel like we really don't mention it a lot because we're so focused on what we're doing now. opposed to what happened last year.
What's your attitude going into the game? If you had to look across the guy in front of you, what's in your mind a couple days before the game?
It's to win. To beat the guy that's in front of me. Whatever my task is, is to get it done. Whatever player is called or whatever coach is asking us to do, when I line up in front of the next guy, it's to win. It's to get the job done.
How do you guys feel about this being a home game and at night?
Yeah. I mean, night games are just way better than day games. I feel like with the night games, we get more fans involved. More people are able to make it. And like Nick said, when we went up there, it was really loud. We had to adapt to it. But now I feel like we have the advantage with the fans being on our side, and it's just a great atmosphere, a great college atmosphere having night games at Fifth Third Bank.